Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. What we're going to be talking about today is the importance of a mentor on your career and why you should have a mentor. In my career, there have been very few things that were more valuable to my success than, the few mentors I have had. I haven't had many, only two really in my career, I would say, but, they have helped me out so much and have really just made me a lot more confident in my abilities and have just introduced better habits and made me a better programmer in general. The ability to find a good mentor can have a massive impact on your career, and oftentimes, it could be that it can actually make a huge difference on whether you gain a certain skill or develop a certain amount of confidence. Having a good mentor can have a really massive impact on your career. So if you don't know who I am, my name is John. I'm a software engineer. I have been for the past couple of years, and I made this YouTube channel to help you guys do the same thing. What we do here is we talk about software engineering on a high level, and I try to give you guys as many tips as I can so that you can get that job as a software engineer and just make your life that much easier. If you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. So what is a mentor, right? Like, John, you keep telling me to get this mentor, but what is it? Is it just someone that teaches me? Is it someone that helps me out? Well, I would say a mentor is someone who offers their experience, their wisdom, and their advice to someone who has less experience, right? A mentor is someone who's already done what you want to do. They've already walked the path that you're on in your life, and they basically are able to provide you with a lot of great advice. They are able to draw into their own experiences in the past, their mistakes and their successes, and allow you to reach the same goals in less amount of time, right? Because you're not making these same mistakes that they did. Now, you can have more than one mentor in your life, right? In different aspects of your life, you should have a couple of mentors. But in this specific video, what we're going to be talking about is specifically having a mentor for your software engineer career. So what are some benefits of some mentors, right? The first one, like I said before, is they've already achieved what you want to achieve. So what does that mean, right? By proxy, then you can assume that they've gone through the same struggles that you're either going through right now or that you're going to go through in the future. So they'll be able to provide amazing insights, some great advice for you to overcome those struggles in the same ways they did. And they'll also be able to offer you their mistakes that they made so you don't make them as well. And ultimately, what this will let you do is decrease the amount of time that it'll take you to reach the same point. That's what this whole thing is about. Another great advantage that mentors provide is unbiased advice, right? Rarely in your life are you going to find people that, aren't emotional in their advice that they give you. So for example, if you ask your mom what you should do with your career, right? Obviously, her answer is going to be different than someone who's unbiased. You need someone that is pragmatic, that takes emotion out of the decision, and that can give you some good advice. And in my experience, there's no one better than that at doing that than a mentor. Another great advantage to having a mentor is that they can facilitate access and open certain doors for you that otherwise would have been unavailable, right? They've built a huge network, through their career. They've been doing what they're doing for years, and you're obviously, you don't have as big of a network because you're just starting out. But what that means is that if you and your mentor are getting along well together, they might introduce you to people that they have access to that you would have never met before, and this can open up new opportunities for you in the future and just be a good connection to have and something to include in your own network of people. And thinking about it, right, without a mentor, this wouldn't have been possible. So it's definitely something like a great experience and something you should definitely take advantage of if you're in the situation where you have a mentor. Another thing that a mentor can do is introduce you to new career paths, right? So when you're starting off and you've kind of established some language that you're good at, some software that you like to work on, let's say iOS apps, whatever it may be, you might get comfortable and then just make that your career and have that as what you're working on for the rest of your career. But what a mentor can do sometimes is that they look at your career path, the trajectory it's taken, and kind of realize that, okay, maybe you should try something else. And really kind of what they'll do is offer you a different perspective that you might not have seen before because you're so stuck in your own ideas of what your career may be. And this kind of different perspective will let you evaluate your career in a new way and decide, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe there's something else I can be working on that I would enjoy more, or that would give me more money, or whatever your goals are, right? So that kind of different perspective is something awesome that mentors provide as well. Another great thing that mentors can give you is they provide you with amazing resources, right? They push you to do stuff like read, to build better habits. And the biggest part of this is that they really want you to succeed. So they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that you succeed because it's in their best interest as well, right? If you're working together, then making you a better developer is just beneficial for the company, and then maybe in the future they can invest, or you guys can work together on another project or whatever it may be, right? But the bottom line is, if you have a mentor, they really want you to succeed. So the amount of resources that are going to be available to you, and just the amount of tips and habits that you should build that'll become clear, or just going to help you out so much. So it's definitely a great thing that mentors provide. Now, this is one of the reasons that I really think a mentor is very important, and it's because they can help you make the right decision at a very pivotal time in your career. So I'm sure you know that there's very few people that in your life that can give you great advice in the really important moments, in the really, moments that'll make or break, a certain period of your life or a certain period in your career, a really important decision. You need some good advice. And in this time, going back to what I mentioned before, where a mentor isn't like emotionally invested in you, they're going to be able to make a decision that's pragmatic and that has your best interest in mind, not their own emotions. So that kind of contributes to the fact that they'll be able to give you great advice and great insights in really important times of your life. And that's something that's really priceless. Not a lot of people are going to be able to do that to you. And so it's definitely something you should consider. And at the end of the day, they're a representation of your goals, right? A mentor can be an inspiration to you because, getting to your destination is a lot easier if you know where you're going, right? So if you have your mentor working with you every day, beside you, in working together in some capacity, you're going to be like, okay, my goals are in reach because this is kind of an idea of what I want my life to look like. This person's living my life. They're working the career that I want. So it's like, if they can do it, why can't I? And that kind of motivation can give you a lot of confidence to go out there, to succeed, to take risks, and to really make your dream life come true. And you know what else they're going to do? They're going to call you out on your bullshit. They're going to call you out on your bullshit when you're being lazy, when you're doing something, when you're kind of, trying to cut corners. And they're going to call you out. And most of the time, they're going to be right because they are the filter that is, unbiased. And it's so important to have this kind of filter in your life, to have this kind of unbiased voice in your ear to really call you out on your bullshit. Because most of the time, let's be real, guys, not most of the time, but we often don't catch ourselves bullshitting, and it's really important to have someone like that in our lives. So that's just yet another reason why mentor is great to have. Now, guys, I wish I could tell you how to find a mentor. Oftentimes what has happened in my life was that they were very organic and it really wasn't forced. It was people that I was working with that kind of were very experienced, and I was working under, they were my managers, and we were working together very often, very closely together, and our core values just clicked, and kind of our personalities just clicked, and you kind of build kind of like a relationship first, and then after a couple of months kind of molded into this mentor relationship, which I really enjoyed a lot. So guys, like, some things I would recommend you don't do is just come up to someone and ask them to be your mentor, or you just show up to them and demand them to be your mentor, right? I feel like you have to offer some sort of value first, show them what you're capable of, and then take your time, be patient, because you can't really force this kind of relationship. It really does have to be organic. So guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. This is one of my more favorite videos that I've made, just because of the fact that I can't reiterate enough, like mentors have had such a great impact on my life and my career. And so I really hope you guys take this to heart. If there's anything you agree with or disagree with, leave a comment below. If you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe. And guys, as always, have a great day and enjoy your coding. Take it easy.